Hello and welcome back. Today we will be using Microsoft Paint, as you can see here, to draw some quite amusing and amazing creatures, such as the giraffe will be one of them. Yeah, so without further ado, let's just jump right in because we don't really need to be messing around like this. First, we will start off by getting a beautiful background. I cannot seem to see anything that's going on. What is happening? Well, I guess we're not going to be changing the color, so we're just going to make this background pink. That's fine. And then next we're going to go back to our brush, maybe, if it decides to, and then we're going to start off with a nice yellow, okay? So you know how a giraffe looks. It's got a very long neck, so we want to make sure that we get that long neck first. Make sure that's very good. And then it has this body down here that's kind of like the body of a horse, or actually like a potato. It kind of looks a little bit like maybe a sponge or Mickey Mouse's foot. But in fact it's not. It's actually the body of a giraffe. Then we'll start with our first leg. I like to start with the hind legs, of course, just because, you know, those seem to be the ones that give the most support, so they seem to be very important to me. It's just kind of an artistic choice. You can start from whatever side you would want, but it's not really a big deal. Okay, so we have all four legs done. I mean, the outline is done, of course. We will go back and do coloring in a few minutes, but I prefer to finish actually drawing the masterpiece before I go back and color it. So we have these legs here finished. We have the head we'll be working on right now. See, it's got a bit of a curve down, and then the beak of the giraffe is, of course, very important. I almost forgot the most important part. Okay, so aside from the ears, which we'll just give it right here, giraffes actually have quite prominent Adam's apples. It may look like his throat is pregnant, but I assure you that is not the case. Now, we all know giraffes have coloration. So we're going to start off by going back to that yellow, actually, grabbing this bucket here and just filling that right in. Okay, Microsoft Paint has evolved quite a bit. If you don't believe that, then see for yourself, guys. Really, the difference is amazing. You might notice that there are these sort of borders right here where I actually drew the lines. Now, you can get rid of some of these. I personally enjoy some of them as sort of a stylistic choice, but it's really up to your personal preference. We all know that, giraffes have, they are multicolored. They are not only yellow, but they are also quite a bit spotted brown, but I want to start off with their manes, actually, because that's quite important to me. And it's also not given us the brush that we had picked. Okay, so it looks like I haven't unlocked the full version of Paint, actually, which is quite interesting because at one point it was a free program. I guess because of high user demand, it was actually foreseen to be a good business decision to have the entire thing cost money. And woe is me that I do not have the full version of Microsoft Paint. It probably was a good decision on Microsoft's part in the long run. Many new users will not be able to express their artistic skills as I have been able to in the past, but they will still have this demo version, which I think is quite honestly very kind of Microsoft Paint for giving away a software such as this, basically. The young Van Gogh did not have this opportunity that I have right now, drawing for all of you, so thank you very much. Okay, so since I've used this brown color already, I think they might actually have some more hair up here. I don't know, but who cares? A little bit of a Chris Daughtry going on right there. Fu Manchu going on right here. See, we only have these few colors right up here to work with because even though we have this edit colors button, we have not unlocked the full version of Paint, so I do not get to use this actually, which is quite a shame if you ask me. We'll just plop a tail right on right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, and now because we actually do not have any more brown colors, this is the point in the video where I have to make the tough decision of what color we're going to change it to. And these abstracts, I'm gonna be honest, this looks more like an alpaca than it does a giraffe. The neck should be quite a bit longer, but this is actually a perspective picture in which the head of the giraffe is quite far away and the body is very close up, so that, you know, perspective. So I need to pick a color that is not brown, unfortunately, because we don't have brown, as I said. I think we're gonna go with a dark purple, which to me I think is a great idea. So we're just gonna grab some little shapes, get some little giraffe stuff going on here. Okay, perfect. We are just about done. We have only one more thing to do. Of course, we just need to give him an eye. So here we go. Just do this, and he's perfect. So we just need to name our fine man here. So we'll bring out the old text tool. This is Jeremy. And we are back with another drawing. So we're only going to be doing 2 today because this is a bit of a shorter episode. I just want to kind of test out this format, see how you guys like it. Now I'm going to be trying to draw Yoda, as you know him, from the popular Harry Potter franchise. Excuse me, I'm trying to eat some gummy bears. I have very low blood sugar. Okay, and now we will take our bucket tool once again. Of course, we are going to actually make this a black background because Yoda sort of gives off a bit of a ominous or all-knowing, kind of mystical, mysterious vibe that a giraffe, say, would not give off. So first, of course, we want to start off with his head. As a former animator, I know how drawing works. You need to start off with a perfect circle base, and of course there is the oval tool right up here that I could be using, but that's kind of a cheap rookie way out, so I'm not going to be doing that today. We want to take that, we want to get our brush, we want to now make the ears. Yes, these are looking quite nice. Now, you might say, but Heath, they're very lopsided, and yes, that would be a very astute observation. However, it's a waste of time to try to make everything perfect, okay? Art is subjective. I don't need everything to be perfect, and you shouldn't either, and I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. However, if you live your life any other way than the way that I'm telling you to right now, I think you're an idiot. I'm simply going to color in some of these borders here, because I want these ears to be flush with the head, actually. As the wonderful Bob Ross once said, the Minion movie is by far better than the Emoji movie, and the reason for that is that in the Minion movie, they eat bananas, and in the Emoji movie, they don't eat anything because they're not real. Minions are real, and Minions are God. These are not my words, they're Bob Ross's. I do not advocate pro any religion. You can have whatever views you want, but Bob Ross is an outside force, I would say here, not a member of my show, not affiliated, associated in any way. I am not claiming to be affiliated with him. Okay, so now I'm going to continue with the ears. So I do want a bit of detail into these ears. So I'm actually just going to grab this other green color up here, just kind of make some detail into the ear. You might be wondering, what kind of ear is this? And my answer is, it's Yoda's ear. Have you never seen Star Trek? Now I will, of course, make some of his wrinkles on his head because, as we all know, Yoda is very, very old. Okay, perfect. He does have quite a few wrinkles, but I do want to leave a bit of room for his actual facial features because those are quite important and critical, I would say, to the entire visual of Yoda himself. So we of course need his eyes. He has very beady eyes. Just kind of make him pop from the background. It's really such a privilege that someone like George Lucas, a beautiful mind, would make a creature such as this that I could myself end up drawing one day for all of you. I am so happy to be doing this for you. That is Cinnabon Yoda. And now we just need to make his body. Of course, he wears his robe, so we'll grab a bit of brown because he essentially just wears like a burlap sack robe. But for this Yoda is actually a baby Yoda. It's quite adorable, I would say myself. And perfect. And then, so I think just for a bit of finishing detail, I'll add in his lightsaber on the side here. And there's his lightsaber. Thank you all so much for watching my first series of MS Paint tutorials. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a comment down below, and I will see you all on the next episode.